America and China, two nations locked in the race for the sky's control, where every new jet decides who rules the future. Then one image changed everything. A satellite caught sight of a shape over the Pacific, a shape with no wings, no tail, and no visible engines. In just 5 seconds, the world's balance of air power shifted. Analysts zoomed in and saw what looked like a fighter unlike anything ever built. For decades, America's F-22 Raptor and F-35 Lightning II made it the clear leader in the air. But now China's new design, called the J-50, may be the first jet to challenge that rule. It might not just be faster or stealthier, it could be smarter. Some believe the J-50 uses AI systems that can outthink pilots and predict moves before they happen. Others say it's still a mirage, a trick meant to confuse. Stay till the end, because this could be the moment China finally overtakes America in the fight for air dominance. In 2024, commercial satellites scanning the Bohai Bay region spotted something unusual in the sky. A new aircraft shape, smooth, wide, and unlike any known fighter jet, appeared for just a few seconds. Analysts quickly noticed it broke every rule of flight they knew. It had no fins, no tail, and no clear engine exhaust. The design looked like a 6th-generation airframe, far beyond what most countries are testing. But it didn't come from Lockheed Martin or Boeing. It came from Chengdu Aerospace, the same company behind China's J-20 stealth fighter. Suddenly, the balance of air dominance began to shift. Was this image real or a piece of disinformation? That single photo sparked over 300 intelligence reports. Then engineers noticed something impossible. The jet cast almost no radar shadow at all. The J-50's design looks simple, but it breaks everything we know about radar. Its tailless body bends radar waves like liquid, scattering signals instead of reflecting them. Even engineers admit it shouldn't be able to fly stably, yet it does. Its adaptive skin panels can slightly fold and shift mid-flight, hiding radar reflections from every angle. If reports are true, it could stay invisible even to the F-35's AESA radar, once thought unbeatable. That means America's long-standing air advantage could vanish overnight. But the real question is, how did China learn this? Physics or espionage? The design closely matches NASA's 1990s Quiet Spike stealth study. Then leaked engine data appeared, and it rewrote what we knew about power itself. Test footage from a Chinese airbase revealed the WS-15 enhanced turbofan, the engine said to power the J-50. For the first time, Chinese engineers claim to have mastered supercruise, flying past Mach 2 without using afterburners. Its thrust-to-weight ratio reportedly exceeds 10-to-1, matching or even passing America's F-22 engine. It runs cooler and quieter than the Pratt & Whitney F-119, making the jet even harder to track. If China can mass-produce this engine, it could end the US lead in aerospace propulsion. The breakthrough uses crystal alloy technology, first tested in space programs, allowing extreme heat resistance. Some call it innovation, others whisper espionage. But one thing is clear, the J-50 isn't just a machine anymore. It's starting to learn to think. Inside the J-50's cockpit, the AI system doesn't just assist, it predicts. It reads airflow, missile paths, and even enemy intent faster than any pilot can react. The onboard neural network studies real-time data and makes instant flight adjustments. For pilots, it feels like flying with a second mind. Engineers call the system Mind of Sky. It can rewrite tactics mid-flight, changing attack patterns without waiting for commands. The result is precision beyond human limits. But it also raises a hard question: who's really in charge? The pilot or the machine? Trust is now the biggest challenge in the cockpit, because that AI mind doesn't fly alone. It leads a swarm. The J-50 doesn't fly alone. It commands a swarm of drones that act like loyal wingmen. These drones are linked to the jet's AI brain, following every move like a hive queen leads its colony. With one hand gesture, the pilot can control dozens at once. Each drone can scout, jam radar, or strike targets on its own. To enemy defenses, the sky looks filled with 20 fighters, but most are decoys. Their signals and speed confuse missile systems, making lock-ons almost impossible. The tactic, called saturation warfare, leaves enemies blind. But it raises a serious question. Should machines decide who to attack? The US tested this idea as Skyborg, but China flew it first. And soon, this ghost will rise from the sea itself. The J-50 now has a carrier-borne version, built to launch from China's Type 003 Fujian supercarrier. It features foldable wings, a catapult launch system, and a special naval stealth coating to hide from radar at sea. For China, it's a symbol of power beyond its shores. This variant expands China's strike range deep into the Pacific, putting key U.S. bases within reach. Now, American carriers are no longer untouchable. But more power also means more risk of escalation. Test footage near Hainan already shows the jet lifting off deck. Once known for imitation, China's jets are now known for innovation. For decades, China was known for copying Western aircraft designs. But that time is over. Today, its engineers are seen as pioneers, not imitators. The J-50's avionics, radar, and flight systems are now 100% made in China. What China once imported, it now exports, selling technology to countries that once sold to it. The global defense market is slowly tilting eastward. Still, some nations doubt its real-world performance, calling it more show than strength. Over 70 Chinese universities now help design AI-driven flight systems. And while China moves forward, America scrambles to answer one question it never expected. Is it falling behind? The US Next Generation Air Dominance (NGAD) program is still in development, years from deployment. Inside Pentagon briefings, the tone sounds more worried than confident. Meanwhile, China's J-50 prototype has already flown man-machine test missions. For Washington, it's a new Sputnik moment, a shock to its sense of dominance. The race for sixth-generation air power is now on. America has funding, but China has momentum. And while the US plans, China builds, a weapon that may change warfare itself. Reports claim the J-50 can launch hypersonic missiles guided by artificial intelligence. These weapons combine speed and silence, creating fear before detection. If confirmed, they could hit targets over 2,000 kilometers away. The AI algorithms learn mid-battle, changing moves based on the enemy's flight patterns. Traditional dogfighting tactics would become useless. It's now human instinct versus machine logic. Pilots call its attack method the disappearing kill. So is the J-50 just propaganda, or the future already flying? There are still no official photos of the J-50. Only a few blurred images from classified test ranges. The mystery now causes more fear than the facts themselves. Multiple intelligence sources report mock dogfights over Xinjiang, where the aircraft was seen flying beside older Chinese jets. Some analysts believe the J-50 already exists in small numbers, hidden from public view. Is it proof or paranoia? The debate now divides experts. What's more dangerous, belief or denial? The jet's rumored codename is Ghost Dragon, a name that fits the silence surrounding it. Because the truth about the J-50 is bigger than a single aircraft. It's not about technology anymore. It's about who will control the future of the sky. Whether the J-50 flies today or tomorrow, its shadow has already changed global strategy. America no longer competes with China's technology. It competes with its momentum. True superiority isn't about who flies first, but who learns faster. From pixels to power, a rumor became reality. One image, 5 seconds. The world looked up and saw a new contender. Is this how air dominance ends? Not with a battle, but with a prototype. The J-50 may still be a shadow, but its impact is already real. In today's world, power belongs to those who innovate in silence. Subscribe for more deep dive stories uncovering the machines reshaping global military power. Do you believe the J-50 is real, or China's greatest psychological weapon yet?